Hey there, I just wanted to show you how you can use Google Classroom quiz assignment to create self-grading assignments to help you get grading done more efficiently and easier, and just to help you out in general. So the first thing you want to do is go to create a quiz assignment. When you pull this up, it's going to bring up an assignment that looks like a normal Google Classroom assignment, but it already has a blank Google form attached. And so what you'll do is just go ahead and name this. And I'm going to do a little sample one that I found. And I'm just going to tell the students to input your answers from the order of operations assignment. Now this might be an assignment that you've already given them on Google Classroom, or it was off of a worksheet or whatever. You do not want to make an attachment with this, because the instant that you attach another attachment to this assignment, it turns off grade importing. And what that means is it does not let the students see their grades in Google Classroom, and then you have to go in and do a few extra steps to import those grades in. So that is, you do not want to add an extra assignment. But I am going to show you how you can import a picture in the Google form of the actual worksheet. So go ahead and click on the blank quiz, and we're going to name it You do want to go ahead and name it up here in both places. Be very specific right here, because this is how it's going to be named in your drive, so that you can find it easily. So just make sure that you understand that whatever you name it up here in the top left hand side, that's how it's going to be named in your drive. So as I mentioned a while ago, you can add a picture of the worksheet or whatever. If you already have an image, you can import it. I found this little worksheet here over order of operations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the extension Awesome Screenshot to grab the image. To capture that, copying it will not work. It has to be captured. I'll download it. Now what I want to do is I'm going to add the image, browse for it. It's right here in my downloads, and open. And there is my image. Okay, so that would help the students know immediately this is the worksheet that they've already seen, they've already worked on, they did it for homework last night or whatever. And so now I'm just going to put my answer sheet down here at the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is there's 10 questions, and so I'm just going to put number 1, and then I'm just going to hit this little duplicate button right here, because I made it short answer because they're actually putting the number. I'm going to hit duplicate, and then I'm going to hit 2, scroll down, duplicate 3, and so on until I have all 10 questions. For some reason that one changed. I accidentally clicked in there. You got to make sure that they all stay short answer. Okay. Not sure what's going on there, but they're all short answer now. So now what I want to do is I'm going to create my answer key. So I do that by clicking, and you notice it automatically says the answer key right here. I'm going to click on the answer key. It highlights how many points. So since there's 10, I want them to be 10 points each, because I need this total points up here to be 100. So I'm going to put 10 points here, and then I'm going to add the correct answer. So the correct answer for number 1 is 7, and I need to mark all of the other answers incorrect. Now this is really cool. Right here, you can actually add answer feedback. So you can put information here, like if they missed it, you could like literally type, the answer is 7, this is why. or you could record yourself working the problem and put it on YouTube. You could add a link to how that order of operations work. You can add anything right here for remediation, which is really, really cool, especially if you're going to have the kids do corrections. And so then you're just going to do that for each problem until you have all 10 questions taken care of. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Oh, I just realized I have not been clicking mark over all the other answers incorrect. So you have to kind of check yourself and make sure you don't get in a hurry and not select all of the information, because if you do that, then it will not grade it correctly. So make sure that you are clicking on everything and not get in a hurry like me. I'm just trying to get the video. This one actually has a negative, so that one might hang the kids up. And that might be one where you wanted to add that answer feedback to make sure, include something like, did you remember to put your negative sign there? And so then I click done. I have 100 points here. The next thing that's very important is to check your settings. You want to make sure that you do collect email addresses. You want to do response receipts and click always. The reason you want to do this is because this is what will email the students their grades. And if you have put any information there, if they missed the question or what have you, if you've put information there, it will send it to the student. And that's really nice, especially if you're going to have them work on corrections or if you want them to watch a video about something they've missed or what have you. If you click on presentation, you can type in something like here, like be sure to check your email to see, you did, and then complete your corrections. And then all of this information should be correct here, unless you want to turn off like the correct answers in case you don't want them sharing the correct answers or you want them to rework it and not have the correct answers. So all of this information, and then click save. So all of that is all you have to do. Now you do not have to include this picture here. You could have just put this as all you needed right here. Sure. Okay. Just making sure I did actually select that. Okay. Also, I want to show you this. I'm going to add another question and show you what happens when you have multiple choice. So if you have multiple choice and you do the answer key and you do answer feedback, you have the option of adding feedback for incorrect answers and for correct answers, which is really nice because if you put correct answers, you can put good job. If you incorrect answers, like if you know the incorrect answer, why they might have picked that, you can put the different reasons why, or even link different YouTube videos of what they should have done differently. Another thing is that if you have a worksheet or an assignment that is, it has like fractions or the spacing, the answers don't just have like a number like 23, they're going to have parentheses or it's going to be fractions. You might consider making a question that has either multiple choice or even maybe drop down, and then you could put all of the answers to the worksheet in the answer choices, and so that when the student clicks on that question, they would just have a drop down box here and they would just select the answer. And that makes it really nice for you too, because if you did that, say with number 1, you would just go, and if you had all those answers there for the whole worksheet, you just hit duplicate, and then you hit number 2, and then duplicate number 3, and then you would just go back in and select your answer. So those are a few different little options that I just kind of learned how to do over the years of playing around, and then realizing that, like, when I was teaching history, that students could not spell presidents' names and different things like that, and so it was easier for me to come up with multiple choice or give them a few options of drop down instead of trying to expect them to be able to spell and it marking it wrong. So after you have made your answer sheet, you just exit out of this because it auto saves. You go back to your assignment, make sure you select your due date and your topic, and then click assign.